CSI. Yo. The fuck you talking about, man? Hey, this is my response, bro, to CSI latest video, bro. Hey. No. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. You know good and goddamn well that we ain't selling no motherfucking ape for no $3, $4, $5, nigga. You tripping. You tripping. You done lost your motherfucking marbles. You need to get off the weed, man. Get off the motherfucking weed, bro. It's too early for this bullshit. I tried to come on and say something earlier this morning, but we was getting ready to start work. I had to get some shit in, bro, when I seen his video initially, but I'm just gonna come in and say this, bro. Look, I get what you're saying, but I just gotta disagree. I just gotta disagree, bro. Ain't nothing, no shade thrown at you, man. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion and how they feel, and it's always good to kind of cross conversate with people and pick ideas off of people's heads, you know what I'm saying? To be open-minded, but I think that what you're doing is when you mention the 3 to 5 range for people selling and people that are getting out, like you kind of sort of hinted in the video, you were saying people that were buying at the low. That part I can partially agree with, but in my opinion, anybody that's really with the apes, you know what I'm saying, that's buying at the low prices are pretty much fucking averaging, you know what I'm saying, down at that point. So, you know, so I don't think that people are going to be trying to break even, and even so, you would still be taking a loss. See, the thing is that after the split, you know, what did ape only do, what, like $10 or and some change maybe? And I don't even think that many people saw the $10 mark as their starting point. I think a lot of people got different numbers depending on which broker you had. So the 10 and a change is not even, you know, that's not even something that you can really ballpark figure on. But let's just entertain that for a second. Let's just even talk about it. That being the case, let's just say the majority of retailers and apes who received ape through holding AMC through the split, your numbers could have been from what, like $7 maybe to, like, you know, $10 on your whichever broker you had, because I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of people who weren't at that 10 and some change level. So let's just say 7 to 10. The numbers that you're talking about from 3 to 5, we'll be taking a loss. I think people who even had those numbers are between what, like 80 to a good 70% to 90% in the red with ape. Who are you really convincing to sell at that 3 to 5 range? Like, you would still be at a loss. Ain't no fucking way. I mean, you using common sense, the common sense thing to do if you really didn't want to be into ape anymore and you just wanted to get out, if that was the question, right? Then you would at least want to break even. And I don't think anybody's break even is at fucking 3 to 5. Unless you were a person who didn't have ape, or you sold ape and then got back in at those 3 to 5 ranges. And that's where you need to be to break even. everybody else who's been holding that shit since jump. Where that's not nowhere near break even, bro. And I don't fucking think that anybody's trying to fucking hold to 3 to 5. I hear what you're saying about the propaganda and the fucking institutions and wherever they want you to fucking be at, and them stopping the fucking sell buttons at that because they ain't got no money. Look, I hear it, but I ain't trying to hear that shit. We don't really care. None of that shit's irrelevant. We don't know what to think. I don't think, me personally, I don't think that fucking Ape is the one to really go into the MOAS. No. Could be wrong. You know, and I hope I am. But we're looking for high-ass numbers. At least I am. I can't speak for everybody. I'm looking for high-ass numbers with Ape before I even consider even selling anything off. I ain't gonna tell you what my numbers are, but they gonna be some motherfucking high numbers. They gonna be damn near close to some MOAS numbers. I need some brick money. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I need some brick money. So we gonna see. Same thing for fucking AMC. I need some brick money, bruh. And I ain't going down on the price, bruh. It's the brick money, it's the brick money, bro. That's what the streets is talking. I'm gonna have to come up with that brick for me to consider it. But nah, man, you gotta kill that noise, dude. That 3 to 5 shit, ain't nobody hearing that. I just feel like you just need to just... I think that mainly, in my opinion, bro, I could be wrong, but I think that you were just mainly talking about people who are swing trading. That's what it sounded like to me. It sounded like you were more so of like, a lot of people are gonna sell at that 3 to 5. And I'm just like, and they gonna take the buy button away at that 3 to 5, and that's when you know they don't have no money. These motherfuckers is broke. Bro, I don't really care. I mean, isn't that the point? That means that what we're doing is working, right? If we're bankrupting them and these motherfuckers are bleeding and they're doing some nefarious shit to where they're stopping it from 3 to 5, I mean, just logically, that would make me think like, oh shit, we're winning. We're at that point, right? To where they're doing scandalous ass shit like that and removing sell buttons at 3 to 5 range, not no 20 to 30 or 50 to 75 or in the hundreds or any of that shit. And they're not doing nothing at those levels. They're doing it at 3 to 5. So if they're doing some shit like that, why in my right mind would I want to be like, finally at this point, if that is true and they're bankrupting and they're losing liquidity and all that shit, and the pressure is on them so much to where it's at 3 to 5, why? And they remove the sell button, and then you were talking about different brokers having it, and then other brokers stopping it, and then, you know, they'll let those ones that were letting it go, they'll stop them, and then they'll let the ones that they put a hold on, they'll let them go in the process. And you're talking about people selling. I'm not gonna fucking sell. Why in my right mind would I be like, if that's really the scenario and what's going on, why would I be like, okay, we got him now on the ropes? Why would I hit sell at fucking 3 to 5? Don't make sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that shit don't sound right. I mean, you know, low key. I mean, I'm just gonna give you the benefit of the doubt at that point, because the shit did kind of sound sus. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm just kind of like, you know what? I think that you were mainly referring to a lot of people that are swing trading and getting in at lower numbers, you know, buy low, sell high type of mentality, which is cool when you're swinging, right? You want to always try to get in at the lowest you can. Sometimes you may not time it. You know the whole spiel. Buy on the dips, sell on the rips. We get it. But I just think that whole piece on what you were talking about, that to the real 8 viewers, that shit that's not a good response to us. Like, we're not looking at that shit like that. So for you to be able to be like, hey, they're gonna try to do this at this price, and a lot of people are gonna be selling, and that's what's gonna be messing them up. And so we should be really thinking about holding and selling at our numbers. 3 to 5 ain't our fucking numbers, bro. And you know that a good 7 to 10 is where a lot of people went after that split. That's where their entries were recorded on their broker for the average cost. Ain't nowhere near fucking 3 to 5, bro. You know what? As a matter of fact, take that back. Some people have really low averages, so anything, so for what I said earlier in the video about them averaging down, you would be actually averaging up, because you did get in at lower numbers for the thing, so you would be averaging up. Scratch that whole shit, but you get what I'm saying. Your entry is probably not going to be at those low numbers. I mean, at the high numbers like that. It'll probably be at the lower numbers. So I'm not even going to sit up here and edit this shit. It is what it is. But you get my point. It doesn't matter on where your fucking entry was when it was recorded into it, split or after, whatever, sell, fucking whatever. Your shit is not 3 to 5. And that's the point that I'm trying to get across. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. I don't know where you came up with that logic to tell people to be like, hey man, they gonna try to fuck us at 3 to 5. So, you know, with a lot of buying, with a lot of selling pressure, y'all, you know, we gonna fuck them up. Yeah, but you telling people to get the fuck out at 3 to 5. Like, how is that benefiting us at all? When you know that fucking ape can squeeze really fucking hard. Like, you know that we can hit some high ass numbers with that shit. Obviously, Adam, we know that Aaron, if it hits a high number, he's gonna knock that shit down and he's gonna take some money from it. We know that. He's gonna put it right back in the AMC, which benefits us again. You know the whole spill, but that's just the point. Like, wouldn't you want it to continue going higher? Because that's more money for us, plus more money for the company. You don't want to sell yourself short on this. But I get that people also need to make sure that y'all get paid on it as well. But that's why I'm saying y'all should be making sure, especially with these low prices, y'all should be stacking up as much as you can on ape, so that when it goes up, you can make a little bit of dough. But not at no fucking 3 to 5. So, yeah, that's it. I'm just saying, CSI, you still cool, bro. But we ain't, I can't... I'm not messing with that logic. I disagree, but you cool. You know what I'm saying? We all good, and I just feel like we just, you know, kind of not need to be thinking about that shit. We don't need to be wrecking our brains, bro. I seen that this morning, and I was kind of like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? I seen your comments on your video, too. A lot of people were feeling the same way, so I knew I wasn't just the only one watching your video like, oh, what the fuck did you just say? 3 to 5? All right, y'all. Deuces.